There's my beautiful audience.
Hola.
We've all been there, you get too much food at dinner, then you're full, and you look down and you still have food left on your plate. Now, if that food's lucky, it's going to end up in a Tupperware container and go into your fridge for tomorrow's lunch. But if it's unlucky, it's going to go straight into the garbage without a second thought. That is food waste. Individuals like you and I should take a look at our food habits and learn to reduce our food waste so we can help the environment. Sustainability and wanting to save the earth are just a few of my passions, and informing others and educating them about how to change their habits is why I'm studying communications. Food waste is one small section of sustainability, yet it is a very easy place to start. Excuse me. Today I'm going to inform you on the large problem of food waste and supply you with steps and sources you can implement today to reduce your food waste habits. And if you want to change habits, you need to know how big the issue can be, or is. The Natural Resources Defense Council, the NRDC, wrote on their organization's website in 2020 that, quote, up to 40% of food in the U.S. is never eaten, end quote. Obviously, that is detrimental to the environment as all this food goes into landfills and produces greenhouse gases and a load of other things. And worldwide, Hagedorn and Wiltz state in the journal Ecological Perspectives for Science and Society in 2019 that greenhouse gases worldwide, this is not just in the U.S., worldwide have increased, quote, to 3.3 billion tons of greenhouse gases, 1.4 billion hectares of land are being wasted because of food waste, and 250 cubic kilometers of water, end quote, are wasted because of this food waste problem. There is also economic loss worldwide. In the same article by Hagedorn and Wiltz, they approximate that $750 billion are wasted because of this problem. As you can see, it's certainly an issue that needs attention, but these few facts only scratch the surface. An individual harm from food waste is the money wasted. In a 2019 American Journal of Agricultural Economics, Hamilton and Richards they state that households often impulsively buy things from the grocery store, and this food doesn't always get eaten, it goes bad, it gets thrown away. So in that sense, the families are wasting money. Excuse me. The NRDC states, quote, a 4-person family could lose at least $1,500 a year on wasted food, end quote. And if your family has more people, the food waste problem, or the money problem could just increase as your groceries get thrown away because they go bad. I know this can seem stressful, all these facts that I've given, but don't be alarmed. You can do some easy steps to help alleviate the problem. So number 1, shop smarter. I suggest do a meal plan at the beginning of your week to really emphasize what groceries you need from the grocery store and exactly how many ingredients you'll need. This will allow you to go into the grocery store and have a plan, and you won't impulsively buy as much, and for yourself or your family, you'll only get what you need and what you know everyone will eat. A second thing to work on is portion sizes. If you do a meal on a smaller plate, you will have a smaller portion size and therefore less food waste. I'm not saying go hungry. I'm just saying start with a smaller plate, finish what's on it, and you can always go back for seconds. And if you don't, that rest of that food from that meal can go in your refrigerator. Other than those 2 individual steps, there's a bigger project that you can work on and consider to start reducing your food waste. This is composting. The Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, wrote on their webpage in 2019, they define composting as simply breaking down of organic materials and it going back into the earth. This is good for the planet as we can use less fertilizers that are full of harmful chemicals, and again, it's just taking food out of landfills. The EPA states you need 3 basics to make a compost: browns, greens, and water. Browns are dead leaves, branches, and twigs that provide carbon to the compost pile and the microorganisms. The green is grass clippings, certain types of paper, and the appropriate food waste materials. This provides nitrogen to the compost pile. And finally, you need water. The moisture from the water allows everything to be broken up and go back into the earth. Here's a document from the EPA, that you all can have one, that goes into specifically how you can compost in your backyard and in very simple ways. And on the back, it explicitly shows you what you can and cannot have in a compost pile. Imagine how impactful it would be if everybody started working on this. Once you start to notice the amount of food waste that is produced per year, again, it can just feel very overwhelming and like you can't do anything. But think about it. You do have enough information and resources to work on this. And you can divert tons of pounds of food waste from the landfills that is affecting the earth. And if we did not take action today, the consequences of our inaction will significantly increase the harm that's already being done to the earth from this. Today I discussed the environmental and individual harms that come with a lot of food waste. Excuse me. And gave you simple steps on how to work on that. Shopping smarter, working on your portion sizes are small steps that really do have big impacts in the long run. And according to this EPA handout, composting in your backyard is a great way to work on reducing food waste produced at home. Food waste is not this big, unachievable task. Any step that you take in working on that is a step in the right direction and helping the earth. Thank you.